What the fuck is a Fortnite, and why the fuck do I want to watch it fuck?
Look, fucking llamas!
So Crystal, we were gonna watch the Bob's Burgers porno movie.
It's but fan fiction.
But then I watched it on my own, completely just to do research. So I said, okay, let's watch the Fortnite. And it's called Fortnut. Once again, it's by Wood Rocket, but I'm old and don't know much about video games post NHL 94. So what is Fortnite?
So Fortnite is a action building game. The original started out as a lot of people going, there's a giant storm and these monsters are coming out and you're trying to basically build forts. You're grabbing...
At night?
So you are grabbing a whole bunch of stuff, you're scavenging and creating different weapons, and you're literally building walls and stairs and such and trying to close these gates. In the Battle Royale one, which is what I play, where it's 100 people and they get dropped down and you're going to these different areas and basically the last one standing wins.
Okay, well that makes more sense because while we were watching it, I had so many questions. It starts with a streaming kind of web stream of like a girl.
Hey guys, Pussy Sparkles here.
And she's like, we're gonna play the game, and then they introduce these 4 characters. And there's like a skeleton guy, there's a dude with like a ball sack as a face.
It's supposed to be Tomato Head, but instead they made him into a ball sack head.
Testicles. I thought he was the dudes from the beginning of the Karate Kid. Remember when the dudes beat up Ralph Macchio dressed as skeletons?
You're that wimp!
No? Alright. And then there was the girl who was played by April O'Neil, who we've seen before in other stuff, and then there was the random guy, and I guess, and they're just default characters. And then when you said they were skins, I thought that was kind of funny because it's a porno movie.
Well, that's what they are. So you create skin, like there's skins that you can create the character, the different avatars and such. Mm-hmm. So you build them, make them look really cool, and that's where all the dances come from. I don't know if you saw the kids doing like that.
So yeah, so they introduced these 4 characters, and then there's a bunch of like porn parody pun jokes, and then they're dropped.
Yes, just like the game, how you get dropped, but there's a lot of talking as they're being dropped.
Mm-hmm. But then they're like holding on to, they're obviously just standing holding on to like walkers, but it's supposed to be like they're falling down, and they're making like a bunch of parody jokes. Sorry, I keep checking my my notes here.
He was really confused the entire time, because if you've never played Fortnite, they make a lot of video game references.
I thought Fortnite was Minecraft.
No.
And then they get dropped down into they obviously filmed in like a sex store.
It was outside the sex store first. They come down, they have their weapons.
Yeah.
Their weapons was guns, but dildos on them.
At the end of them, yeah. And then they're just endlessly shooting at nothing.
Yeah.
And then there's something about fucking llamas.
So you can, in the game, you can smash pinatas.
Okay.
And all of a sudden they go, there's fucking llamas! And you turn around, it's just 2 pinata llamas.
That are having sex with each other. And
That's hilarious!
But I didn't understand any of this. And this is one of the ones where I'm like, I feel like Millhouse.
When are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?
And they're looking for the treasure chest so they can get more gear and such and builds, which you had no idea. All of a sudden there's like, they're opening up random things.
Yeah, and then they mentioned H1Z1, and I didn't know what that was.
Battle Royale kind of game.
I don't get any of this stuff, so at this point I'm just like, all right, now we can just get to the sex because all of this is going straight over my head.
The boner guy died.
Yes, the testicle head guy dies.
So it's just the 2 left.
Mm-hmm. And then there's 7 minutes of jokes.
I get it.
You should get it, because it's a porn parody joke.
That he didn't get.
I didn't get. And then there's...
It's not very bright.
And then there's 8 minutes of porn.
Well, they go into another house, and that's where they're gonna have as their base. Mm-hmm. And they start building the wall, but it's all dildos.
Yes. Oh, that's okay. So I get that part now. Yeah. So
I've been getting late till you're in your 20s.
Sure, 22, but whatever. That just meant that it was like a fine wine, you know. Whatever. And who was your first sexual partner? I forget.
I don't remember.
Okay. The best part of the entire video, though, and I want to know if it was an ad lib, he takes her pants off and she's wearing camo underwear, and he says, "Where'd her ass go?"
It's camouflage.
And that literally made me laugh out loud, and then I felt so bad about myself. So, and then it was just like a lot of same thing, like super bland staging for sex scene.
It was a longer sex scene than a couple of their other I mean, a lot of the wood rockets is either like really quick, medium, or like really long, dragged out.
And this one felt like, because it was the two skin characters, so it's just the two regular
To
people.
say skin characters.
And then they have sex for a while, and it's just bland and boring, and you know, they also.
He's like, it's been at the same camera angle the whole time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they were
Variety
making.
is the spice of life. But yeah,
I just want to see two people fuck.
No, I know
It's
that,
porn. He really doesn't get it. He's really getting into like the technical aspects of porn and being like, well, the camera angle. Well, in most porn, it's
I
this
wanna
and this.
know
And I'm
what
like,
her-
why won't you shut up and just watch?
I wanted to know what his dick's vagina. I wanted to know what his dick's motivation was in that scene. Like, you know.
To fuck the vagina.
Exactly. You know what I keep thinking about these wood rocket movies is humanity kind of peaked with the moon landing, and then from this point on, like, we've just been slowly degrading to the point where there's a Fortnut porn parody. But I'll bet you, because that fucking property is so popular, it probably has like 1 million views.
So
you know,
popular.
it ends with, you know, he finishes, and then someone hits him with a dildo, and then he
goes
dies,
down.
and then she jumps up
wins.
and shoots somebody, and then it says dictory, and then she dances, and she
And it's just like, it's a camera shot, and it's just like her jumping up and down. It's like a great boob shot.
yeah, but it's just, and then
I liked it.
and then there's just credits, and I'm just like, I guess if you get the jokes, you would be more interested in it, but I guess because I knew nothing
Well,
about
she
it.
also, I think she wrote and directed it too.
So that was Fortnite. Any final thoughts on that? I don't know. They need to be more. I'm saying, like, cut the sex scenes out, Wood Rocket, and
Oh
just
yeah,
release
and
some.
then don't make it a porn.
But it could be
Again, sorry guys, like he just doesn't understand sex. Clearly, he doesn't get porn.
I understand sex. I've seen it.
Do you understand the intercourse?
Yes, but like, if you're gonna watch a porn parody, like it should flow into the story. And this one, I feel like everything else is so interesting and funny, kind of in a like campy way, that you could get away with not having the sex in there at all.
But Wood Rocket.
I get it.
Porn.
I know. Yeah, like the Ninja Turtle one.
You've already been cut down there?
By our Teenage Mutant Ninja Rabbi.
Like, she
But
looked
it's
great as
still
April
hilarious
O'Neil.
when they're fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, like you have like their serious fucking
Wood
parts and then
Rocket,
certain
Wood
parts.
Rocket, call us, and we will produce for you.
He's gonna ruin you.
But no,
he
we'll
will
just
ruin.
more interesting camera angles and better staging to scenes, so it's not, you're just not watching the same thing. Because when we were watching it, I kept thinking.
We clearly make movie magic, so we have so much to talk about.
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, let me do this. I could do such a good job with it.
Then go, then do it.
I'm going
Then
to.
just do it.
I will. Usually when I also keep thinking I'm gonna do a porn parody where I play every character in it, and it's called Go Fuck Yourself.
All right, internet, have fun being disappointed.
Like you were for 6 years.